When you have #1 beside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Badgers' offense will come out first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Baker. Here comes the heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He picks it up, still on his feet.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
And the Badgers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
This defense talked about it coming into this football game. We've got to affect the quarterback. We got to rattle him. We got to hit him early. How about this? First drive, 2 sacks already. So far, mission accomplished.
It is 3rd and long. Let's see what kind of arm he's got. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. The Badgers decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So Michigan's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. And that's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get him back. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own colored jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on second down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they have the first points of the game. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it from the gun. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second, maybe a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first.
Brings it to the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Really good-looking run right there. He reminds me of one of the greatest Wisconsin players of all time, Heisman Trophy winner Ron Dayne, who was a teammate of mine with the New York Giants, and he was so good at being patient and setting up blocks. This guy shows that patience. Farms his way through the defense.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
This time he's got his man.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
The Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Badgers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Got it in the middle. It's Jones. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. And off to Jones. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Back to pass, it's Baker. He's got it. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation of the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about running that ball.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Zings it complete to the right. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. One 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
To the ground to try to move the chains. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing...
Turning it on! They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Get it out on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Firing to the right, complete. Good throwing catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
You've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. On the run, it's Danielson. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down. Ripping through the defense. Oh, he ruins the big gator with a fumble. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look and the replay booth will overturn the call. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Fly sweep coming. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
How about this sophomore, stopping him short of the first down line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Baker. Using the quick game. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That is just gorgeous. Knocks it out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Strong run there to pick up 4 and get it out to the 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Second down, he'll throw it. Quick strike complete. Right to crease at the 20. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bargava. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
Yeah, no matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to...
Oh, he's got some space. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Power football with the run. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the...
Touchdown, Michigan! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. OU, oh my. Oklahoma is putting on a show offensively today. They just simply can't be stopped. They're up by 28 over San Diego State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quarterback on the keeper. Sweet cut there. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Tate. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. To the air, it's Baker. Pulls it in. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Hauls it in, looking for space. He gets a block. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score a TD.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. They get him down on the play, and this big-armed sophomore's not afraid to show off the gun. That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. Rushes on him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Baker. Working that left side now. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Badgers come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Right down the boulevard, it's good.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start this drive going to the air. Going over the top. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Unloads to the wideout. Intercepting. The defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Badger. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Man, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Makes a man miss. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. And the Badgers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Michigan offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Burr or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Greasy, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll run play action. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Fires downfield. Complete to the right. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Wolverines are rolling down the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground, right? That is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can...
There he goes. Rustled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. The Wolverines will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line. The third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Pushes ahead. Touchdown Wolverines. And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Badgers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. That's caught. It's Jones. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Badgers can really attack on this second and short. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Snagged out of the air. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Badgers will have it first and 10. Dropping back, it's Baker. Pocket breaking down. Fires toward the end zone. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Running behind that left side. Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Look out, he's got room.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to believe the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They go right back to him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
And the Wolverines line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him short. He does not pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Wolverines are marching down the field. To throw, it's Underwood. Oh, they're after him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And just getting that pass rush from the second level, like they did with a T.J. Watt or his brother who played up front who transferred from Central Michigan.
They've had a long list of guys, and it's funny, they all kind of look the same.
He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Well, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but, man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Here's a return from midfield. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
Number 82 takes it back to the score.
He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around.
Here we go, here we go.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Grab behind the line, it's Diggs. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Woods. Throwing right. Already find a hole in that secondary. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. It's Peters. Creates a little space. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Got a man, it's Bargava. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Bargava. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Gets rid of it. Finds his big tight end. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. And the Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. Defense got it, they're on the run. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Smith dropping to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Wade. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
This slot receiver is a guy that defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Right on the money. Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, Bill. They had a really good game plan coming in this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
It's an offense that
for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Got a man. Just outside the red zone. If they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
Leaves it with the running back. run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Let's go. Smith wants to throw. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. Got his man downfield. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Now this team